This is a time to uprise. Welcome to today's show. You're reading the headline correct. Satanic Temple's Weekend of Blasphemy sells out in Boston. Only in America would a Weekend of Blasphemy sell out. Tickets to go to a Weekend of Blasphemy. Because, you're looking at the days of Noah here in America. You're looking at Sodom and Gomorrah on steroids. It is frightening what's going on. But the Satanic Temple is hosting Satan Con once again. You might remember I covered it last time. That's right, Satan Con. And it's very interesting they use those terms since the Satanic Temple is a con, pretending that they don't worship the devil and that they care about women's reproductive rights and they care about the LGBT community. Of course, they care about all things that relate to Satan's agenda. And when they host a Weekend of Blasphemy, of course it would sell out because they're martyrs now. Remember, they're victims. If you haven't seen the videos I've done recently, which I hate, what's the proper word? It sucks because I have lost so many subscribers with everything going on. I had a couple videos up in the past week about the Satanists are now becoming martyrs. They're playing victims. You're hearing all these stories about people, Christian parents were supposed to be for calling in, threatening schools with shootings and stuff like that if they allow the Satanic Temple's after school program to be in the school. We've heard multiple bomb scares at the Satanic Temple's offices in Boston or whatever their headquarters. Headquarters for what? But this is your tax money at work, remember. None of these people have jobs. They sit around trolling Christians. They sit around dragging the Baphomet statue out to places of public worship and mocking Christians and going to places where people are protesting abortion and dumping milk on themselves. These are the wonderful things that they do. And of course, like I covered years ago, Obama expedited them to be to be a non-profit religious group and tax exempt and everything else. So it's fully funded by our tax money. And of course, they play the role of victims because that's what all of the wicked people do. If you look, you'll see that they're all victims. These certain organizations, these certain groups that are victims of hate crimes and all this stuff, they play the role of victims. So the Satanic Temple has announced that SatanCon 2023, a Weekend of Blasphemy, to be held in Boston, has sold out. SatanCon 2023 will be held at the Boston Marriott Copley Place on April 28th through 30th, the Satanic Temple website states, hyping the meeting as a weekend of blasphemy and remembrance in Boston. The convention, which the Satanic Temple has touted as the largest satanic gathering in history, I doubt that. They do that every day at the White House, so it'll be pretty hard to top that, will celebrate TST's 10-year anniversary and features talks on Satanism in rural America, reclaiming the trans body, and Satanism and self-pleasure. So they'll be teaching about self-pleasure, probably on one another, and they'll be teaching about how to reclaim the trans body. Now, I have to be careful what I say because I have gotten a lot of strikes just talking about Satanists. It's pretty incredible. I've seen dozens of videos about me, calling me a lunatic, all this type of stuff. Those videos just stay up. So if I even poke fun at anybody, I have to refrain from doing that. But self-pleasure and reclaiming the trans body. And of course, what's interesting about their care for the trans community is that their statue and their symbol is, of course, the Baphomet, which is, in fact, a transgender goat. It's got breasts and a penis. That's what they worship. This embarrassing thing called Baphomet. And you might say, well, that's not really their symbol. Well, it actually is. Because you might recall that the Satanic Temple sued Netflix over the fact that in Sabrina the Teenage Witch, they actually used a very similar Baphomet statue. Now, I don't understand how they would even have the rights. I guess they were saying, hey, we have the Baphomet statue. You totally ripped us off and copied it. But I didn't know you could. That would be like saying that you could copyright or you could patent Jesus on the cross. But apparently the Satanic Temple was able to do that, and they sued Netflix over it. But again, they're not Satanists or anything. They just love goats, apparently. The theme of this year's convention is Witches' Night, an ancient Bavarian holiday celebrated on April 30th. Where do we hear about Bavarian? Oh, right, the Bavarian Illuminati. Again, no connection or ties to, the occult, secret societies. They just, it's just trolling, remember? They're just trolling all of us. The Bavarian Illuminati, which was founded by Adam Weishaupt in 1776, but, the word Bavarian, there's no correlation between the two. The stuff that these people all get away with, and they have to be laughing. The Satanists have to be laughing at how people just believe whatever they say because nobody has questions anymore. Like, this couldn't be more obvious what's going on with the Satanic Temple. Even the Church of Satan hates the Satanic Temple, because the Church of Satan, at least they'll come out and they'll say that they worship the devil. They can't stand the Satanic Temple because the Satanic Temple aligns with politics and aligns with mind control tactics, CIA mind control tactics. So, again, I've said it before. I'd love to see them have like a steel cage death match or something. Maybe they could wrestle off the Grand Canyon. I don't know. But the Satan Con, it gets funnier. Let me just repeat that. The theme of this year's event is Witches' Night. But remember, they're not Satanists or witches. It's Witches' Night, but it's not real witches. Oh, man. An ancient Bavarian holiday is celebrated on April 30th, the eve of the Christian feast day of Saint Walpurga, on which revelers dress as witches and demons. But remember, they're not Satanists. The SatanCon 2023 event will include a satanic ball on the opening night, April 28th, and will also feature a satanic marketplace. So you can go to the satanic ball. Oh, man. SatanCon attendees must be 18 or older and have proof. This is the best part. SatanCon attendees must be 18 or older and have proof of vaccination, according to the website. Again, they're very, very pro the vaccine. I mean, can anybody not connect the dots here? So they don't believe in Satan, but they're having Witches' Night. They're all dressing as demons and witches. And you have to be vaccinated to attend. Here it gets better. Ready? Attendees are obliged to wear an N95, KN95, or disposable surgical mask. So they have to be masked as well in 2023. Gaiters, bandanas, and cloth masks are not allowed. So they need to wear the N95 or the KN95 or the disposable surgical mask. Do not wear a bandana over your face. You will not be allowed in. The Satanic Temple has made abortion rights its flagship project, arguing that abortions must be allowed even where illegal as part of a religious ritual. I mean, is this stuff not unbelievable? That's what they care about the most, abortion rights. I wonder why. Can we maybe look at Aleister Crowley's teachings and why it's so important? Oh, right. They don't worship the devil, remember? They're only having Blasphemy weekend. Satanic Temple bases its support for abortion on the belief that non-viable fetal tissue is part of the pregnant person and is free to be voluntarily removed. Last month, these people are unbelievable. I mean, that's the thing. It's so over the top that I think some people do look at it like, oh, they are just trying to troll. But they're not. Because there's literally people who believe what they're saying. Yet you could find them doing rituals on the internet, not like killing rituals, but ridiculous rituals where they're like naked and drinking out of chalices, saying it's blood. And I mean, really incredible. But people just don't see through this. But I mean, like I've said a million times, live in the dumbest time period. So last month, the Satanic Temple launched TST Health, the first ever religious abortion clinic network. Samuel Alito's mom's satanic abortion clinic was established in New Mexico on February 14th, offering virtual appointments and guidance for those who wish to participate in TST satanic abortion ritual in state. I mean, they're literally calling abortion a ritual now. Pretty incredible. I covered that on a previous channel. That video, of course, is long gone. But Satanism has a millennial history of child sacrifice, which takes the temple's financial and moral support of abortion, a natural activity for the sect. The Israelites struggled against the worship of Baal, another name for Moloch, who demanded child sacrifices of his followers and was associated with the devil. The prophet Jeremiah spoke explicitly of the sacrifice of children to Baal, warning his readers that God finds such behavior despicable. Archaeologists have discovered the bones of thousands of infants in the site of ancient Carthage, whom scholars believe were sacrificed to Baal. The city of ancient Carthage was located in the north of modern-day Tunisia, was a large colony that operated from around 800 BC until 146 BC when the Romans destroyed it. So, I mean, you want to play connect the dots? It's pretty easy to do, right? But again, they don't worship the devil. They don't, they're only having Blasphemy weekend where they're having a satanic prom, where they're dressing as demons and witches, where they celebrate and promote abortion, while, of course, they're all vaccinated and wearing masks. Oh, man. I don't think I could write this script and make it, even the fact, like, I didn't even realize that with because I don't keep up too much, with them, like I, used to keep up more with them, but there's just so much stuff going on. But I mean, the fact, I would assume they're obviously pro vaccines and pro-mask, but not at this level where you can't even attend the event unless you have proof of vaccination and you wear a mask the whole time. So they'll be at the prom wearing their mask, but what can you say, you know? We're all just conspiracy theorists, and they just do a wonderful job of trolling us. The Bavarian witches of Boston. I mean, remember, folks, they'll continue to play martyr because as they get more bold, which they're going to continue to get more bold, like by opening abortion clinics and things like that, as they get bold, they'll also counteract that with martyrism, with saying that people are Christians are threatening them, Christians are threatening to blow up their offices and all this stuff that's not Christian-like. They make Christians look horrible and psychotic to make them look like great people who care about women's rights. I mean, it's all just an easy psyop to figure out, but most people can't figure out any psyops. That's why their brains are sucked deeply into psyops. I thank everyone for being here. Reminder, check out the website at time2uprise.com. Click on the free video tab on the main page and put your email in if you want free video updates where you'll get emailed videos and you'll get updates on what channels I'm posting on if you're interested. I hope more people will do that. That way I don't have to worry so much about building out channels. But I thank you guys for being here again. God bless all of you and your families.